I'm not going to greet you today. I think that is already a part of greeting. So our topic today will be based on the personal financial program. So it is all about finance, personal financial program. So my people perish for the lack of knowledge. But what kind of knowledge? So I'm going to add, my people perish for the lack of financial knowledge. If you get the financial knowledge, then you're going to live in this world much better. You're going to find yourself. You're not going to get lost, really. So in the case of knowledge, it is it is like an ocean. So wisdom is when that knowledge is put into practice. So knowledge is knowing what to say. Wisdom is knowing when and how to say it. So in this case, instead of waiting for Messiah to come and take all your worries, all your challenges, all your issues, why not become one of the Messiah, or Mashiach, as they say in Hebrew? So we're going to look at the personal financial program, ladies and gentlemen. So the first one, we look at the budgeting programs. The second one will be based on savings and investment programs. The third one will be based on the debt management programs. How can you manage your debts? So the fourth point will be on the emergency fund programs. In the case of emergency, it's just based on liquidity, cash or saving accounts. The fifth point will be based on the financial literacy program, education really. The sixth point will be based on insurance programs. This is all based on the financial world. And then the sixth point, the seventh point, and the last one will be based on the tax planning programs. After that, I'm going to give a quick summary at the end, just as usually doing all the videos. But this is a different episode, despite being related to financial programs. But we have 4 different programs. I'm simply touching on the personal financial program. So in this case, we're going to start, ladies and gentlemen, tighten your belt, and let's begin. So personal financial programs, that's the one we're touching on, are tailored plans and tools designed to help individuals manage their money or capital, achieve financial goals, and improve financial well-being, overall financial well-being, or achieving financial security. So these programs encompasses a wide range of activities, from budgeting and saving to investing and debt management. So from budgeting, saving your capital, your money, how to invest it as well, and how to manage your debt as well, or debt management. So types of financial programs are personal financial program, we have the corporate financial, we have government financial program as well, and then financial programs for non-profits or NGOs, non-governmental organizations. So we're going to touch on the first point, budgeting programs. The purpose of that is to track income, expenses or expenditures, and manage cash flow effectively. So the cash flow is the cash which comes in. So we say the money is like liquidity, currency, current water. So components, we have like the income tracking. We're still on the budgeting programs. So the income tracking is like documenting all sources of income, including salary, freelance work as well, if you're doing any freelance, and the passive income. So any income which you're getting apart from your salary. Expense management, we're still under the components, like categorizing and monitoring all expenditures, the money which you spend, the outflows, from essentials like housing and groceries to discretionary spending as well. Those are like the essentials really, the things which you want in the short-term span. Saving goals as well, which is similar to investment, the video which I've been doing on the episode. So allocating a portion of income towards savings. So there's a good advice as well, like including emergency funds and long-term financial goals. So in this case, saving is much better than spending, consistent spending, and investing is much better than saving. So you have instead of spending, you have to save. Instead of saving, you can put that money in the investment. So the second point, we're going to touch on savings and investment programs. The purpose of that is to build wealth over time through disciplined saving and smart investing. So if you want to build wealth really in the long time, we're simply talking about investing, not saving, not just putting money sitting in the account idle, or just in the home or your house sitting idle. You can accumulate wealth like that. You have to invest it. So the components, it will be like saving plans, like regularly setting aside money for specific goals, like emergency funds, vacation as well, or down payment on a house, in the case of mortgage. So retirement planning as well, like contributing to retirement accounts, such as the 401k, which we saw in the videos on the investment, the IRA as well, which simply stands for individual retirement accounts, or pensions to ensure financial security in later life. So if you're an old age, you start receiving some pensions or social welfare. Investment strategies as well, we're still under the component, the second heading, savings and investment programs. So investment strategies, like investing in stocks, investing in bonds, mutual funds, the ETFs, which is exchange traded funds, or real estate as well, to grow wealth and diversify income sources. So in this case, we're excluding the crypto or cryptocurrencies because they have higher risk and despite having high return. So the third point, we're going to look at the debt management programs. Purpose is to reduce and eliminate debt, like improving financial stability and reducing interest payments, the add-on really. The components of that will be like debt payment strategies, like approaches like the snowball, like paying off small debts first. You can start with that. This is like an exam. Some people usually go for easy questions first instead of going with the harder questions, and other people prefer answering the hardest question first and go with the easy ones. So you can use the same strategy as well if it comes on debt, paying your debt off, or avalanche really, which is like avalanches, like paying off highest interest debts first. You can use that method as well. Consolidations options, it will be like combining multiple debts into a single loan with lower interest rate, like making it easier to manage payments as well. So imagine combining all your debts, all these amounts, and you put them into a single loan with a low interest. Then you start paying that like continuously every month, which is a good method as well. Like negotiations with creditors. So creditors is the people who lend you money. So if you're a borrower, you become a debtor. So if you're the creditor, is the one who lend you money, they're your creditors. Or the ones who give you money, they're the one who give credit. So working with creditors to lower interest rates or settle debts, like debts for a reduced amount as well. You can try to do that. Going to your creditors, in the case of rent, if you're paying rental every month or every week, you can try to talk with them. With your landlord, you'd say, instead of paying this type of amount per week or per month, I'm going to start paying per week instead of per month. So I'm simply reducing my like the final amount little by little, putting small money. It's just like all about negotiations, diplomacy really. So tools as well for that, you can use like a debt payment calculators. You can use that, debt payment calculators, consolidations loans, and the credit counseling services as well. Number 4.4, we're going to touch on the emergency fund programs, like we saw in the investments, the episodes on the investing. The emergency fund is simply based on liquidity, saving accounts, or cash. So the purpose of that, if you need it like emergency fund programs, to be like to create a financial safety net for unexpected expenses. So try to create a financial safety net for unexpected expenses, something for unsurprises expenses really, such as medical bills, which you cannot tell, like the car repairs as well, or job loss. So something like that can come up unexpectedly. Components of that will be like setting a target amount. We say like typically 3 to 6 months, like in the investment example, like 3 to 6 months is worth of living expenses. You can keep that like for saving really, for emergency funds. You can use automated savings as well, like regularly transferring a portion of income into a high yield saving accounts as well. You can use the assets and liquidity, which is like ensuring the funds are easily accessible in case of an emergency, which is be like cash, instead of going to the bank and just say you cannot withdraw all of this large amount of money, 10k, you cannot withdraw 5k at once. So you need like some type of emergency funds which is accessible in time. Whenever you need it, you get it. That's all about liquidity. Whenever you need the money and you get it, there's liquidity. Point 5, we're going to touch at the financial literacy program. Literacy is like keeping educating yourself. So the purpose would be like to educate individuals on financial topics, like I'm doing now. So this is really the crucial knowledge in the case of finance, for touching on all financial topics, enabling information decision makings. So when you're well informed on financial educations or financial decisions, or education really, or and when you know what you to do really in the case of financial, which is all dealing with money capital, you're going to make educated decisions as well at the end of the day. So the components of that would be like taking courses and workshops, like covering topics like budgeting, investing, taxes as well, and the retirement planning. So budgeting is all about breaking up really like expenses. You have expenses, you have income, expenses, and cash flow. Then after that, you can do like the net profit, which will be like the income taking away the expenditures or expenses. Books and online resources as well, which is good to keep educating yourself, or in the case of literacy, like providing knowledge on the personal finance, like I'm doing, such as books by financial experts. Let's say like the e.g. one book, like The Rich Dad and Poor Dad as well, by Robert Kiyosaki. Or you can use the one which I've done already the video on, which is The Richest Man in Babylon by George S. Clason. There's a nice book as well. In the case of financial videos, I give two other books in the case for investors as well, newbie and the advanced one. You need financial coaching as well, which is good in the case of literacy, like financial coaching. You can take classes, like one-on-one sessions with a financial advisor or coacher to develop a personalized strategies. So if you really don't understand anything here, you can try to personalize the strategies according to your need, according to own risk management or risk assessments as well. You have to assess yourself. Tools of that, like financial literacy programs, you can use like online platforms like the Khan Academy, the Coursera as well is good. You can use like financial blogs or podcasts as well, and financial planning softwares. So all the information is at your fingertips. It's all about doing research as well, going there deep on the web and try to find all the information needed. Point 6, we're going to just look at the insurance programs as well. So the purpose is to protect against financial losses due to unforeseen events really. In the case of insurance, it's all about unexpected surprises. Try to cover yourself in the case of surprises. Unforeseen events, like ensuring financial security as well. The components of that would be like a health insurance, so covering medical expenses and protecting against a high healthcare debt cost as well, or debts. So in that, it's the case of insurance, healthcare insurance or health insurance. We have a life insurance as well. So in the case of unexpected, unforeseen events, like providing financial support to dependents in the event of the policyholders is death. So we need a life insurance. The home or auto insurance or car insurance is good as well. So those are like the three main insurances: health insurance, life insurance, and home or car insurance as well. Like protecting assets like your home and car from damage or theft as well. There's all about insurance really, getting a recovery. You might get a backup, acts as a backup. Tools of that, it will be like insurance comparison websites online, like financial advisors and online calculators to determine coverage needs as well. So you have to go like those official websites of those insurance companies and then try to assess or try to read the information, try to educate yourself on how the insurance covering works as well. Number 7, I'm going to touch on the tax planning programs as well. So the purpose is like to minimize tax liabilities and optimize the tax returns through careful planning. That's the purpose. Components, it will be like tax advantage accounts, the ones which we saw in the case of investment as well. So you can use using accounts like the IRA, which is individual retirement accounts, the 401ks as well, or the HSAs as well, which stand for health savings account, like to reduce the taxable income. So in the case of IRAs, you can still be the tax whenever you deduct, or whenever you can still have the tax deduction whenever we withdraw the money. It doesn't matter what you're doing with that money, you still have the tax deduction in the case of IRAs and individual retirement accounts. But the HSAs are simply different. The health saving accounts, even though we withdraw the money, it will be tax free as well. There's the advantage of the HSAs compared to IRS and 401ks. Like deductions and credits as well, like identifying eligible tax deductions and credits to lower tax payments as well. That's good. Like filing strategies, like choosing the right filing status, like itemizing deductions and taking advantage of tax savings opportunities as well. So you have to think about all of that, educating yourself on all of that, insurance, tax, and the liquidities, emergency funds. So the tools of that as well, tax planning programs, it would be like tax preparation software, the online, like financial advice as well, or the IRS as well in the case of US citizens, IRS resources online, internal resource or revenue service. So the benefits of personal financial programs. So we're going to look at the benefit of personal financial programs. So the first one, it will be like improve the financial health. So helps individual manage their financial better or finances better, like reducing debt as well, improving or increasing savings and growing wealth. So in the case of budgeting, really already know your income, you already know your expenditures, you already know your net profit and the cash flow. So in that case, you already know how much you're spending, how much is coming in the case of wages or the case of salary, and you already know where your money is going. So you can maybe next year or next month, you can try to close some loopholes to improve your overall wealth already, or growing wealth, or increase your savings in that case. Number two, it will be like achieving goals as well. So structural programs like enable individuals to meet short-term and long-term financial goals as well. Reduce stress. That's a key of planning. It's all about reducing stress. So if you don't plan, you're planning to fail. So in that case, it will be like financial planning provides peace of mind by preparing for emergencies and ensuring a secure financial future. So you have to plan about your future as well, like in the long term. If you don't plan, then you're planning to fail. The famous quote. Increased financial literacy as well, like enhances understanding of financial concepts like tax, insurance. You have to understand all of those, like liquidity, and net flow, cash flow, and net profit, or income, expenses, or expenditures. You have to get acquainted with all of those terms as well, or concepts, like leading to better decision making. Getting started, or how to get started, really, you can set clear goals. So the goals have to be like using the SMART, have to be achievable. You have to set a time span as well. They have to be manageable and things like that. So you can, like in the case of set clear goals, like identify financial goals, whether it is paying off debts, like saving for a house, or building a retirement fund. So try to have a clear vision in mind. Before you do it, you have to know why you're doing it in the first place. In the case to keep yourself disciplined and motivated, or like choose the right tools as well. Like you can select the programs, apps, online apps, or download. You can download ones maybe on the online as well, and the resources that align with your goals and financial solutions. Like monitor and adjust as well. Like you keep monitoring and being flexible, adjusting yourself, different circumstances, different situations. Like regularly review progress and adjust your plans as needed to stay on track. So what can we say, ladies and gentlemen, in conclusion about the personal financial program? So I'm trying to keep it really to yourself, personal. We're not looking at NGOs, we're not looking at corporates, we're not looking for business or financial programs for non-organization or government. It's all about personalized for individuals, just to avoid any surprises in the present or the near future. So in summary, it is like the personal financial programs are essential for anyone looking to take control of their finances and achieve financial independence or financial security at the end of the day or in the long term. So by following these programs, individuals can make informed decisions. So we want to make informed decisions, calculated decisions, not the decisions made on fear or impulses. Like avoid common financial pitfalls and build a solid foundation for their financial future. Like in the case of financial future, it is not only about yourself, it can be for your family, wife, children as well. So think in the long term. That's the main goal of this. So ladies and gentlemen, thank you for listening. Thank you for watching as well. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. As usual, keep your comments coming in and keep sharing as well. Thank you once again for watching. Bye.